Welcome to part 5 of making an investment. And whether you should go for it or not, I want this series to really activate you into moving forward. So if you are on the fence about a decision, I love to look at the components because sometimes, especially if there's been a webinar or a compelling sales page, or I've heard somebody on a podcast talking about the results that they've got, sometimes I get really like, that sounds really good. I get activated in that really positive way. But given my life circumstances, and yours as well, you need to look at the components of what they're actually offering. Now, when I was training to be a coach, I made a decision in 2012 that I was going to do this in a year. And I did, and I was grateful to do that. And this was before I had children, and I was also, I think I was working a full-time job at the time. I can't really remember. But I knew that if I was going to do this thing, I needed to do it properly. I didn't want it. They said you had 3 years to complete it, but I did not want this dragging on. I much rather say, right, I'm going to do it in a year, and this is what's going to happen. And I needed that level of organization because I think I needed about 40 sessions, some of which to be recorded, like coaching sessions with different people. I needed to go to 6 live days. I needed to write a 10,000 essay. I needed to write up all my notes out of all the 39 or 40 sessions, whatever it would be. And there were all these other different components. And so that felt really doable to me at the time. As I say, I didn't have any kids, I could do it in the evenings, my weekends were free, and I could make that happen. And I literally did that. I sat down with my diary and I booked everything. I booked all my train tickets, I booked all my own markers, and I sat down with a big calendar. Now, if I was doing that, that's maybe not the right formula for me. Now, I'm not thinking of retraining, but for me, if I was going to book with somebody, sometimes I just like that whole day experience. Let me block it out of my diary and let's go deep. One day, let's do this thing. Or sometimes I like that sense of I'm going to book a session every month for the next year. Make sure what's been offered will work with your lifestyle, because if it doesn't, you're not going to get the results because you're not going to be able to do the work. Be very clear about what your capacity is. And sometimes, yes, you can tweak it, but fundamentally, you have to know the truth of it.